Hello everybody, today we're going to do a quick sun salutation B, as well as some exercises that you can do to open up the hips. So starting with our feet together, toes together, hands up heart center, and gazing at the tip of your nose. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and a deep breath out through your nose. Sweep your fingertips past your toes, arms up to the sky, hips sitting into a chair, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold, gaze towards the navel, pour your heart out. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze out in front of you. Exhale, plant your hands down, your feet back into a low push-up position. Inhale, press your hands into the ground, curl your toes. Chest and heart up to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, fold, curl over your toes, hips up and back. Immediately bring your right foot in between your hands, your heels aligning in a straight line, and pressing weight into your right hip. You'll feel some tension, you'll feel a release here a bit. Once you get your grounding, you're going to sweep your fingers past your toes, gaze up. And exhale, plant your hands down, feet back, into your low push-up. We've been here before. Inhale, press your hands into the ground, gaze up. Exhale, curl over your toes, hips up and back. Left foot forward this time, heels aligned in a straight line. This, again, making sure we plant our weight into our left hip. You'll feel a little pressure here. When you have a steady balance, inhale your fingers past your toes, gaze up. Engage the core. Exhale, plant your hands down, feet back into your low push-up. Inhale, hands press into the floor, toes curl. Exhale, curl toes the opposite way into our downward facing dog. Gaze to the navel. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Inhale, lump your toes. Exhale, hop your toes between your hands. Inhale, press your hands to your shins, gaze out in front of you. Exhale, forward fold. Gaze to the navel. Inhale, sweep your fingers past your toes, sitting in our chair, arms overhead. Exhale, stand tall. Big toes touching, hands at heart center. So this is sun salutation B. Go through about 3 exercises of this, and this will really open up the hips. Be aware that we store a lot of tension in our hips, so something to consider. Another good stretch for opening up the hips is having your legs about shoulder width distance apart, bending into the seat such that your butt comes down almost all the way to the floor. Ideally, heels are flat on the ground. Your feet are completely flat on the ground, and your elbows will be pressing into the insides of your thighs, or right around where your knees are. And you may bring your hands to a prayer position. Flat back, sitting up nice and tall, and staying like this for a bit. You can move around from side to side, and you'll feel some of that pressure within the hips. Slowly, as you begin to breathe through this more, it'll slowly start to dissipate. Great for really opening up the hips, great for a little bit of the lower back as well. And you'll start to feel and get more acquainted with different areas of your body. Understanding what these areas, how you've been carrying your body and moving your body around the world, but also what these areas may have been carrying from you before. So be aware and conscious of the feelings that start to arise. It may give some insight as to what's ongoing with you and what you may have been avoiding. So you can stay here for a few breaths, a few conscious breaths, really just taking note and taking stock of where things are. And on your next exhale, you're going to press your hands into the ground and forward fold, gazing to the navel. Inhale, stand up nice and tall, and you'll start slowly feeling your hips, your lower back releasing some of that tension and pressure. We're gonna move now down towards the floor, knees onto the floor, about hip width distance apart, and we're gonna sit in between our knees, or in between our heels, bringing our heels as close to our butt as possible and our knees together. This is gonna be a wide set child's pose. Sitting up nice and tall, and exhale, you'll bring your forehead to the floor. Arms extended out in front of you, though you can put them behind you as well, simply accentuating different muscles. By putting them above your head, you'll be getting a bit more of an upper back stretch, shoulder stretch as well. And by putting them behind you, you'll really be getting more of that mid-back stretch. So really whatever you may need. And you'll also start to feel some pressure releasing in the hips as well. So again, taking some deep breaths here. And becoming aware of what comes up, noticing it. And on your next inhale, sit up nice and tall. And exhale, we'll sit on our butt. Now as we begin to open up our hips a little bit more, we're moving towards, ideally, one of the best expressions of hip opening would be the lotus pose. But before we get there, we'll do one last posture that would be great for hip opening. So onto your hands and knees. This is known as cow pose, especially if your lower belly is like hanging towards the floor. You're gonna go into downward facing dog with your hips up and back in a V. Inhale your right heel to the sky, and exhale, bring your right knee right behind your right wrist, and your left ankle as close as you can to being parallel behind your left wrist. As so, inhale, gaze up, and exhale, slowly relax into this. Coming down to your elbows if possible. If this is the highest level of extension you can go, stay here like this. You'll start to feel that opening of the hip. And breathe. If you feel you can go a bit further, challenge yourself, come down to your elbows. Open up the chest, inhale, and exhale, start to surrender into it. When we say surrender into it, we really mean to feel the pressure that builds up and release it, to release the tension of it. It may be uncomfortable, and we accept that uncomfort. Simply allowing it to dissipate. Let your neck go, no tension. Becoming at ease as much as possible. Inhale, press your hands into the ground, gaze up, and exhale, we're going to do the opposite side. Multiple ways to do this. Bring your right knee, your right heel back up to the sky, and then bring your right foot back down to the floor. On your next inhale, inhale left heel up to the sky. Exhale your left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle behind your right wrist, and your right leg will be extended straight behind you. This is called pigeon pose, by the way. Inhale, gaze up to the sky, and exhale, slowly begin to ease into your left hip. Maybe you come down to your elbows, and again, just feeling the left hip. Putting your attention and your focus on it, understanding and observing where the discomfort may come from. and breathing through it. Letting the neck go. And continuing to breathe. On your next inhale, press your hands into the ground. Your left heel comes back up towards the sky. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. We'll come down onto our hands and knees, and we will move towards single-legged lotus pose. I only recommend this to you if you are able to, if your hips are very open. So if this is not available to you right now, I'll give some other cues that one may want to use. So we're gonna have our left leg extended straight out in front of us. We're gonna bring our the sole of our right foot to the inside of our left foot. This is if this is not available to this is the most basic posture of this. You'll begin to feel the outside of your hips opening up a little bit. So breathe through this. So inhale, arms gaze up, exhale, forward fold. If this is available to you and you want to challenge yourself a bit more, we will bring our left heel on top of our, or we'll bring our right heel on top of our left, I guess, crotch area, or left upper waist, if you will, such that our heel will be sitting on or resting on the top of our upper quadricep. Slowly bring our right knee down towards the ground. Arms extended up, gaze up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale back up, exhale, extend the right foot out in front of you. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So starting with our left sole of our foot to the inside of our right thigh. Inhale, arms up, exhale, forward fold. And again, easing, becoming aware of what's the discomfort, where is it, and not pushing yourself too much. Simply just enough. Inhale, arms up, exhale, hands to ground. Now if you want to challenge yourself a bit more, bring your left heel to the top of your right, resting on your right quadricep, right around the crotch area, or your groin area. Inhale your arms up, gaze up, and exhale, forward fold. Breathe here for a few breaths. Notice where the tension is and ease that. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, extend the legs out in front of you. So that is a basic video on some hip opening postures and stretches that you may want to try out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.